When somebody is joining a fully remote engineering team, what should you ask of the hiring manager or the recruiter before you join that? And again, many people will have great ideas over here, so feel free to raise hand and come up and give your thoughts on this. But Vivek, what are your top takeaways on this?
Yeah, I mean, I'd absolutely love to hear what others have to say about this as well. But I have a few things that just immediately come to mind. So, number one is it does look like COVID has forced most of the teams to start working remote to some extent. So, there's always this we have evolved process to be retrofit into whatever the new remote world looks like. So, the thing that I want to ask when I were to join a remote first engineering team or fully remote engineering team would be to actually find out whether this is going to be the new norm. I don't want them to be thinking about like, hey, you know what, I'm going to hire remote because I can, but I also want to be figuring out how to get back to office and then get back in person and then try to focus on that. I don't want the remote engineering team to be like a second class citizen in the equation, right? So how would you make that work? And I think the part there is that I don't think you can like unless the company has a fully remote work culture. A few companies do have that. It's very difficult to actually avoid like a hybrid work setup, which means few engineers or few managers and whatever else would be in office and then a few of them would be remote. And my question would actually be focused on like how are you handling it, what's your strategy, and how do you plan to deal with that. And the last one that I would look for is actually, I think one of the things is that uh, a remote friendly or remote first team should know how to deal with some of the concerns that happen typically. Like, most commonly what I've seen is that they have like a budget to get people together, like once a
Mm,
quarter, once a half, once a year, or whatever that cadence looks like. If they're not thinking about it, then they're not thinking about the remote engineering team themselves at all. So my questions would be like, what's your thought, like how are you actually trying to build a culture? How are you trying to bring the team together? Like, is there an opportunity to get in sync in some shape or form and things like that? So that'll be one.